What's going on, everyone? Hope you're having a great day, and welcome to the Tundra Dude 34 YouTube channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. Thank you for joining us. If you're new, welcome aboard. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, notification bell, share the videos, comment on the videos, and just have a good time with some of the other members of this community. It is a great community, and all we talk about is Tundras and other trucks and pretty much everything automotive. It is a good time. Check out the playlist section to help yourself navigate through the 1,300 plus videos. Everything is in categories to make it easy on you. Okay, today's video, we're going to focus a little bit on the upcoming 2021 Ford F150. And the reason we're going to focus on that is to get you excited for the upcoming next generation Tundra model year 2022. We're probably about 4 or 5 months away from actually seeing the next generation Tundra finally. We've been waiting a super long time, but there's a certain engine configuration from the 2021 Ford F150 I want to talk about with you and build a little conversation here to see what you guys think. Now, they just came out with a lot of the numbers as far as tow rating, payload, things like that for this upcoming 2021 F150. But today I'm going to focus on the Power Boost V6. That is the hybrid, 3.5 liter hybrid that Ford will be offering. And the reason I'm going to focus on this is the heavily rumored engine for the next generation Tundra is, well, at least one of them, is a hybrid engine. So I know a lot of you guys out there aren't really a big fan of all this new technology with hybrid. And, you know, there's a lot of you who want to move forward with something like that, but there's a lot of you that still want a V8. And the 5.7 liter V8 is going away next generation. But I want to put your mind at ease and tell you a couple things about some of the stats that are coming out of this Ford engine and what to expect from Toyota and why this makes me way more excited for the next generation Tundra. So let's go over some of the numbers here. And don't forget, you got to remember this, when you're reading these numbers from all these automotive websites, a lot of it depends on configuration of the vehicle. You know, for Tundras, double cab, crew max, all of that makes a difference, 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, stuff like that when it comes down to these actual payload and tow capacity numbers and everything like that. But we're going to go off of the max payload and kind of go from there in the max tow capacity. So for this new 3.5 liter Power Boost hybrid V6, the max payload looks to be 2,120. All right, so that's right around where you guys want to be in the Tundra. We're going to go over the 5.7 liter V8 stats after this just to see where we're at now and where we can expect to go. All speculation, but always a good time. So the max payload for this 3.5 Power Boost hybrid V6 from Ford, 2,120. The max tow, 12,700 for this hybrid engine. And I want to take a time out there real quick. Max tow capacity. One of the new 2021 Ford F-150s, it says can tow 14,000 pounds. And I believe it's a 2-wheel drive, like an XL, regular cab, pretty much your base work model truck, which is usually where you see a lot of these high max tow capacities come from, the trucks that don't have a lot on them and they're pretty much built straight for work. But my question to you is, and I definitely want to hear from you, and this is kind of the whole point of talking about the hybrid and tow capacity and everything. With a half-ton pickup, do you see yourself towing with 14,000 pounds behind you or 13.5? Where do you feel comfortable with towing with a half-ton before you would just move up and do a heavy-duty pickup? I feel like it's cool to say 14,000 pounds. That's amazing for a half-ton, but I don't see a lot of owners buying a half-ton to tow that kind of weight. Like I said, the heavy-duty market, then you move up into the 2,500s and the 3,500s. And that ups your payload a little bit more. And then obviously those trucks that are axles and everything, there's dualies out there that could really tow a ton of weight. But I don't know, 14,000 pounds on a half ton is a little crazy for me. 12,700 I think is a respectable number. You know, if you're going to tow around that, you know, 10,000 pound range, 8,000 pounds. I mean, you know, half ton pickup, if you're a weekend warrior with it, you're going to tow, you know, a boat, you know, camper, some kind of trailer like that. I don't know, but I really want to know what you guys think about the tow capacity. Where would you want to see the hybrid Tundra, and what do you think about 12.7, and what do you think about 14,000 in a half ton? So yeah, but anyway, because of the hybrid, we're focusing on the hybrid. 12,700 is going to be the max tow. Now this is where I really wanted to focus as well too. It's saying the horsepower will be 430 horsepower and 570 torque. Those are some pretty impressive numbers right there. And that's where the hybrids come in, and that's where you're going to get a lot of that, you know, good power from. When you start adding a little electric here and there, you always see those numbers shoot up really good. So 430 and 570 is very, very impressive. Very much look forward to seeing what the hybrid Tundra will have with that. I bet you it'll be very close, maybe even a little bit more. Stay tuned. Again, all of that depends on configuration. But let's go back on this real quick before we talk about the Tundra Hybrid and just talk about where the 5.7 V8 is right now. Oh yeah, forgot about this one. The 3.5 Hybrid V6 from Ford is offering between 23 and 24 mpg, so low 20s, which I totally expect the next generation hybrid to be there as well. Probably between 23 and 25, I would think. That's pretty much what you're going to get from a half-ton right there, which is very respectable because the 5.7 liter V8 for 2020 is saying 1318 mpg. So a lot of people say in the comments, you know, we don't buy trucks for mpg, and I copy that, but it seems like everybody else is moving up when it comes to mpg ratings, so the next generation Tundra will have to as well. The payload currently for the 5.7 V8 Tundra is 1,730 compared to what we just said, 2120. One of the things you guys always talk about is you're not happy with the payload capacity for the Tundra. And that's max. It was between 1520 and 1730, I believe, for the Tundra. So I would very much expect that to go up as well. Get a little more payload. Definitely get over that 2,000 mark with that. And tow capacity with the right configuration for the Tundra right now is 10,200 pounds. Again, I feel that is a respectable number for a half-ton because weekend warriors, even if you're someone who's going to work with your Tundra, if you tow 8,000 pounds, you know, that's what the half-ton range is. I guess just the 14,000 is just crazy to me because it's so high compared to what was already out there. But they raised the bar again. That's what Ford does. But we'll see how it, you know, how it is after a while, how everything holds up with that kind of tow rating. So 381 horsepower for the 5.7 V8 and 401 torque. So a little behind there. I mean, the horsepower is fairly close. The torque is out of this world. All the hybrids have high torque. All right, so now, next gen. This is what we're talking about. We don't know what size the hybrid motor will be on the Tundra, but my guess is this. Let's start with MPG. Between 23 and 25, maybe even a little bit more, maybe 26 on that next generation Tundra. Anything in the low to mid 20s on that next generation hybrid, I'm happy with. Because one of the main things you guys always talk about all these years is you want better MPG on the next gen Tundra. Well, you're going to get it. The next thing is, like we talked about with payload, I would expect payload to be right around where the Ford is in the 2100 range, maybe even a little more, who knows. You know, we've been told game changer, the new Tundra will be a game changer, so we're hoping for, you know, big numbers, but as long as it can stay competitive with what's out there, I really want to see this hybrid do well, and at the end we're going to talk about why I think it will do very well. Okay, so the max tow was 12,700. The current Tundra is 10,200. I'd like to see right around that 12,500 to 13,000 range. I think, again, that's respectable. That's fantastic for a half-ton pickup. But, you know, 10,200 isn't bad. The things that I've always towed with my trucks, my Tundras along the way, are things like boats. I've towed a few U-Haul trailers for friends and stuff like that, but I've towed a lot of boats with my truck. Handles it well. It's stable. Everything's good. 7,000 pounds or so. You know, and that's where I would want to be with the Tundra. Like I said, there's some of you out there that do, you know, hard work with your truck. You know, you go to construction sites and you need a little bit more tow capacity. Well, I think the hybrid's going to give you that. And as far as horsepower and torque on this next generation, so it's at 381 right now and 401 torque. I'm thinking, and this is a total guess, but I'm thinking at least 450 horse and probably over 500 on the torque as well. I think these numbers from the Ford, the new 2021 F150, are really going to show you how close the two will be. Of course, we hope that the numbers are even bigger, but all of this is respectable if it became that way on the next generation Tundra hybrid. So I would be very happy with that. It's all going to depend on configuration, like we talked about. MPG and the tow capacity are the two main things you guys talk about all the time. Payload is another big thing. So this is the stuff we're focusing on here. What will the truck look like? Who knows? Something a little futuristic. Will the price be high? Probably. You know, hybrids aren't going to be cheap. But here's why I think you should be very pumped that Toyota is going the hybrid direction. I know a lot of you guys out there that watch this channel that are Tundra owners, you love your V8. You don't want to see the V8 go away. The V8s have been around forever, right? And hybrid, that technology, more things to break and things like that. But you got to remember this, especially when it comes to Toyota. They've been in the hybrid game forever. They were one of the first folks to, you know, put out Priuses that were hybrid and stuff like that. So they've been in the hybrid game a long time. They take their time. They do things right. QDR, we talk about it all the time. Quality, dependability, reliability. They're not going to put out a piece of junk. And the fact that they've been rocking hybrid engines for so long, that puts my mind at ease a little bit. We always talk about it. Reliability. That is the Tundra's #1 thing. That's Toyota, reliability. So I really, really would feel a lot more comfortable in a hybrid Toyota engine than any other brand out there. Again, because they've been in the game so long, and the QDR. The way these guys live, guys and girls, in all the factories, all the way down to, you know, the person who sweeps the floor, all the way up to the CEO, they all live by the same QDR. All right, they're passionate about their work at Toyota, and this is why you don't see, especially with the Tundra, you don't see a lot of things come out often, meaning they don't do next generations constantly. They build on what they've come out with, and they make it better and better and better. Now, obviously, we want to see next generations come a lot sooner. 07, 14 was a nice refresh, almost a, not a redesign, but a new generation, and now it's going to be 2022 for the next one, but people buy these trucks to last a long time. That is what Toyota is all about. So I'm looking forward to the hybrid. Once we get numbers and stuff like that, obviously we'll talk about it. I don't think there's going to be any auto shows, but I think there's going to be like a virtual auto show for the next generation Tundra. I would think around February. That's usually when when the auto shows are, where you see the new Tundras and whatever's coming out. So I look forward to it. But I just wanted to go over some of the numbers that they came out with this Power Boost Hybrid V6 from the Ford F-150 to kind of see where we may stand. It could be way higher. I don't think it'll be a lot less than what we've talked about today, but I want to hear what you guys think, especially that tow capacity. Where are you at with that? Where do you need tow capacity to be at comfortably, and what do you tow? I'd really like to hear what you guys think about that. How do you feel about the 10.2 that is offered right now? How do you feel about the 12.7 that is offered in certain configurations of this hybrid Ford? And how do you feel about the 14,000? By the way, that 14,000 tow capacity is offered, that is just the regular 3.5 liter V6 EcoBoost engine. That is what that is offered on. Again, with that work truck regular cab configuration, I think it's 2-wheel drive as well. But yeah, let me know what you think. Does this make you more excited for the hybrid? You got to always look around at these other manufacturers to see how they're moving their pieces to kind of get an idea of what we may expect. But we've been talking next generation for so long, I just can't wait for the thing to come out. And as always, at the end of my videos, I always like to end it with a playlist for you guys to check out. So of course, we got to do next generation Tundra. That's going to be the playlist we look at today. The other one I'll put up is the 2021 Tundra, the last of the 5.7 liter V8. So let me know what you think. Also comment below, are you going next gen or would you go 2021, the last of the 5.7? Thank you for watching. A lot of things to be excited about at the end of the day. Christmas is coming for us. And I mean that in the way of a brand new next generation 2022 Toyota Tundra with this hybrid option, which I'm totally going for the hybrid option. Very excited to test it for you guys before you spend all the money. But until next time, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook at TundraDude34, TundraDude34@gmail.com. You guys have a great day. Be safe. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to let me know what you think about the potential of what's coming on the next generation Tundra Hybrid. Take care.